On this edition of City Focus, the Valdosta Fire Department and the GSAR team accept a gift from a local business. Local first responders participate in National Night Out. Neighborhood Development hosts its Back to School Community Block Party. Find out how local kids can sign up for the Valdosta Youth Council. And we have Utilities Director Daryl Muse in studio to discuss the city's FOG program. These stories and more on this edition of City Focus. Welcome to City Focus. I'm Marcus Mecanico, the media coordinator for the City of Valdosta. This is the 16th episode of City Focus in 2018. City Focus is your source for what's happening within your government. Here are the most important topics that are happening in the city.
The Valdosta Fire Department was gifted with a $7,000 check from Valdosta's own Cargill feed mill. The donation will be used to obtain equipment for the Georgia Search and Rescue Task Force 2, or GSAR, which is based in Valdosta.
We're very strong, try to have a good, strong background in our community. We want to serve our community as best we can.
The GSAR team is growing in numbers and need equipment and supplies to make sure they are prepared for dispatch.
This money here is going to help us with further training. It's going to help us with personal protective equipment and some other equipment that we need to keep the program going.
The Valdosta Fire Department is grateful for Cargill's donation, as it will greatly benefit the GSAR team.
Anytime Cargill and some of these businesses donate money, it's a blessing. It just takes the burden off of buying equipment that you need that you're having to wait on the funds to come in for.
For more information about the GSAR program, contact the Valdosta Fire Department at 229-333-1836.
Recently, the Valdosta Police and Fire Departments hosted the annual Battle of the Badges Guns vs. Hoses Blood Drive. Valdosta Fire Department won this year's event. This is the third time that they have won the competition. Each year, the winner earns bragging rights and a trophy. The competition is based on a friendly wager that the losing team will now be required to wash a number of safety vehicles. There were 56 donors who participated in the blood drive, and 46 units of blood were collected. When all said and done, the American Red Cross and those that will receive the blood are the true winners.
In the end, our community was the big winner because we collected over 46 pints of blood, and that is awesome for this drive. So we want to thank everyone for coming out to support the Valdosta Fire Department and the Valdosta Police Department.
At the end of the day, Chief Broom is correct that the ultimate goal here is to make sure we've got blood for people who need it.
Metro 17 would like to thank everyone who took the time to donate blood.
The City of Valdosta's FOG program helps educate citizens with hopes to eliminate fats, oils, and greases from the city's sewer system.
The FOG program has been around for several years, and the goal is to hopefully eliminate, but at least abate some of our FOG issues, fats, oils, and greases, to minimize sanitary sewer overflows from blockages, which attribute to 90% of our issues with the city sewer system currently.
There are simple steps citizens can take to reduce the amount of harmful materials in the 300 miles of city sewer lines.
Well, the first thing citizens can do is to stop pouring grease and oil and other contaminants down the drains. Unfortunately, a lot of people have that mindset of out of sight, out of mind, and that's just not the case. And when they pour grease down the drain, bacon grease, or they pour cosmetics, they pour any kind of chemical that's not supposed to be in our city sewer system, it clogs our lines up, it causes overflows, it causes damage, it causes raised rates, taxes, fees. We have to repair the lines, and that's going to be passed along to the citizens.
The FOG program is renewing its efforts to inform residents about these issues and providing tips to prevent them.
We're going to be reshifting over the next year, redirecting what we're doing over the next year to focus more on education, to enlighten the public, educate the public, help them, help the city not have these issues any longer.
For more information about the FOG program, contact the Utilities Department at 229-259-3592. Recently, Neighborhood Development held their back-to-school community block party. City employees and volunteers came together to make sure children of Valdosta and Lowndes County had supplies for this academic school year.
Today, this is just evidence of the fact that our community wants what's best for children. They want to support our children and support our youth of Valdosta and Lowndes County.
Along with many other resources, the community came together to donate over 1,100 book bags and supplies for children to use this year. A few days before, volunteers and city staff members spent hours packing the backpacks full of school supplies to get ready for the event. The city annex turned into the staging ground for the packing before the main event on Saturday morning.
And I think our parents really appreciate it. They know, unfortunately, some of our parents might not have the resources to buy supplies for their children, but what this does is it lets them know that the community is supporting them and behind them 100%.
The schools are excited about the new school year, but most importantly, these donations will assist children and parents alike.
We're excited about the start of a new school year, and we ask our parents to just be patient with us as the year starts with transportation. We have a new transportation director, we have new principals, and if they'll just be patient with us, this is going to be the best year ever. And so we're just really excited about a new school year.
Thank you to all those who volunteered or donated to Back to School Community Block Party. For more information, contact Neighborhood Development at 229-671-3617.
On August 8th, Valdosta Police Chief Brian Childress announced his retirement from the department effective September 1st.
I'm leaving because I found out last year that I was reaching retirement age, at the retirement time frame for the city this year. The other thing is that there's a job that I think is going to open up in December that will allow me to stay in law enforcement, that will allow me to stay in Valdosta. I don't have the job yet, but I have inquired about it, and it's something I think I can do to better law enforcement across the country.
Childress is proud of several accomplishments during his time as chief.
Our crime in Valdosta, it's lower than when I took the job, and that's not just about me, but that's about the men and women of the department. Our clearance rates are through the roof. We solve a lot of crimes better than anybody else in the country, and we've done all these community policing programs. And Larry Hansen and Mark Barber, who was the deputy city manager at the time, they set some goals when I got this job, and me and my staff, and that includes the officers and civilians and detectives, we've met all those goals.
He believes the department is in good hands with whoever is chosen to be the interim chief until a permanent chief is hired.
I don't know who the interim police chief will be, but I can tell you right now I have 4 bureau commanders, and all 4 I consider deputy chiefs, and all 4 are quality people.
We wish Chief Childress good luck in all his future plans. The Valdosta Youth Council is seeking new members for the 2018-2019 school year. 7th, 8th, and 9th grade students with a minimum GPA of 2.5 are eligible to be nominated by their school. Members of the VYC work in the community and local government to build character and learn leadership traits. For more information, contact City Clerk Teresa Bolden at 229-259-3548 or apply online at valdostacity.com/valdosta-youth-council. City of Valdosta Public Works Department is asking for help from its citizens. Until recently, the city has asked residents not to bag their yard debris, leaves, and grass clippings. Yard debris can now be taken to the landfill to help produce methane. So Public Works is asking residents to put your yard debris in a container or bag to make things easier for citizens in the city.
It's so much quicker for our team to go out and pick up a bag than have to sit there, and it takes so long because everybody gets out raking their yard. You know, the weather permitting, and then all of the debris that's out there. And we're only staff so many people.
If citizens bag their yard debris, the crews will be faster in picking it up because they will not have to rake and shovel the debris into the trucks. But just remember to keep your bags under 50 pounds. Residents can even place their leaves in their rollouts.
In the past, people would have a large leaf pile, then a big brush pile. Now, if everything's bagged, the leaves and the straw and the grass clippings, the garbage truck will be able to get the can and the bags.
Mulch and tree requirements will remain the same. If you have questions, contact the Public Works Department at 229-259-3585. Welcome back to City Focus. Utilities Director Daryl Muse is here to talk to us about the importance of the FOG program. Welcome to the show, Daryl.
Thank you.
All right. The Utilities Department is ramping up its FOG program. First of all, what is FOG? What's the program, and why is it so important to focus on it?
Okay. Well, first of all, FOG, F-O-G, is for fats, oils, and grease. And it's a program that allows us to help do a better job of maintaining the city's sewer infrastructure. Often, when we have spills or when we have when we have things that back up in the system, it's a result of excess fog in the system.
Okay. Now, I've been out with members of your department, and they've shown me pictures. They've opened manhole covers and shown me what's in. What do we need to do to kind of try to fix the mentality of our citizens and our commercial base, out of sight, out of mind, as opposed to, pouring things and stuff down the drain?
Yeah, first of all, we need to understand the effect of the grease that gets into our system. There's really no enzyme that we use in our sewer treatment process that will eliminate that grease. Even if it doesn't coagulate inside of the sewer mains, it makes its way to the wastewater treatment plants. And there it forms, and the enzymes and the bacteria that we have, they are not effective at eliminating the grease out of the system. So what we try and do is to eliminate the grease from getting in there at the source. Okay. And that means people not putting food products down the drain, using your garbage disposal as little as possible, and just being cognizant of the effect of putting grease down the drains. Okay.
Now, often, residents think they can put anything down the drain. Or anything, specific that, we may see or that people think is okay to dispose of? And what's the best way to dispose of those items if it's not down the drain?
Well, food products, we would like to see that go inside of your household garbage. So if you can take a paper towel and wipe those plates clean, or if you can scrape them into a different container. Now, at the utility department, we have some containers that we will give out for people to store their liquefied greases into rather than pouring them down the drain. Often people think that if I run hot water behind the grease that I've just poured down the drain, that it will allow it to flow, but it quickly cools, and typically before it exits your house or your sewer main, it's already started to coagulate. It's going to form a blockage.
Okay. And I know we should avoid, when we talked about food, we should avoid putting that down the drain. Any other recommendations? You talked briefly about the garbage disposal. what's the deal with the garbage disposal? Should we use it or not? I mean, we all have it. We think it's okay to put it in garbage disposal and turn it on. We think it's fine.
And it goes away. Yeah, we would prefer you not to use your garbage disposal. That's not practical. Folks are going to use your garbage disposal. What we would prefer folks to do is get a screen that you can purchase at Walmart or any of the local grocery stores or any of the budget stores that are here in town, and put that in front of your drain. That allows a way to capture some of those solids before they get down into your garbage disposal. You'll find that you're using your garbage disposal less. You'll find that you have less odors coming out of your garbage disposal. And you'll find that after you do it for a bit, you'll just become accustomed to doing it, and it's going to help everyone out in the city.
Okay. Now, residents have to do their part, but what are the responsibilities of our commercial businesses in the city?
Well, we have a division that focuses on the commercial end of it, and you'll often see at some of the major restaurants, you will see manhole covers that appear to be normal sewer manhole covers, but what they are is grease traps that can isolate the regular sewer flow from the greases, and it allows the greases to collect inside of this grease trap. And once a month, these vendors are required to have a pumper truck come and remove those grease products out of the tanks before they get introduced into the sewer system. Now also, some of the smaller establishments will have an under-the-counter grease trap, and all of the fats and the oils and the greases that come from almost any food item, any food product is going to have some type of grease and form grease. So those are underneath the counters at some of the smaller establishments, and those are required to be cleaned on a weekly basis by the proprietor. Now, it works very well for us because once they start cleaning those things out, they really start to experience what grease does and how it coagulates after it started to cool, and it's not a pleasant experience typically. So they start to monitor what they're putting down the drain as well.
Gotcha. Well, do you have any last comments for our residents and businesses about what they can do, about the FOG program, or what they can do to help the city alleviate some of these issues? Yeah,
like we said earlier, 90% of the stoppages that we get are grease related. On average, any stoppage throughout the city costs about $600 to alleviate, and that's the homeowners are spending that, the city utilities are spending that money, and it causes sewer spills that none of us really want that can potentially affect our environment. So we want people to be cognizant, really, before you put anything down the drain, just take that moment to think. If there's a container, I recall my grandparents, when they would fry food, they would have a little container to the side that they would pour the oil into because they didn't want to get it into their septic tank at the time. That would cause problems, so they would have to have them pumped prematurely. It's the same thing with our systems. When we introduce grease into the system, we have to perform premature maintenance on the system. It costs everyone, and just that one moment before you rake that plate into your garbage disposal and hit the button, if you could rake that into a plastic bag or into your garbage, or pour that oil into some type of container, it will benefit the city and benefit you as well.
All right. Well, Daryl, I want to thank you for coming in, teaching us about the FOG program, and we hope our citizens, listen to what we've told them and avoid putting things down the drain that doesn't belong there, that's not water. And, we'll be back right here on City Focus. Arbor Division has an August Arbor tip for residents. Do you know there are approximately 250 tree species native to Georgia? To help bring awareness, the Georgia Forestry Commission prepared an educational manual on 92 species due to their commercial importance, state distribution, and unusual characteristics. To learn more, contact our urban forestry supervisor at 229-259-3530. The Stormwater Division is reminding pet owners to scoop the poop. Pet waste contains harmful bacteria and parasites that may make people and pets sick. When it is left on the ground, it can wash down storm drains and contaminate streams and rivers. Only you can make your pet waste disappear. For more information, contact the Stormwater Division. On August 18th, Valdosta Main Street and Dosta Theater is inviting everyone to Downtown Valdosta Songwriter Showcase. This year's show features songwriters Greg Barnhill, Johnny Buford, and Valdosta's own Joe Smothers.
It's going to be the second one we've done. We did one last year through Explore Georgia Music, and it was such a success that we decided to do one locally here in Valdosta with just our office. And so we are planning a fun night of music. We've invited some really great songwriters from Nashville who have gotten their start at the Bluebird Cafe, which I think many people are very aware of.
Tickets can be purchased in advance or at the door. Remember, there is limited seating.
So you can go to Facebook and search Valdosta Main Street, and then we have an event page on there for the Singer-Songwriter Showcase. And there's a link that you can click on. Tickets are $20. You can buy them in advance, or you can get them at the door the day of the show. The theater, yep. Show starts at 8 o'clock, doors open at 7, and we hope to see everybody there.
Mark Schulte is the August 2018 Employee of the Month. During May, Lieutenant Miller and Firefighter Schulte were sitting in the bay when a young lady passed by in front. She walked back around to the front of Engine 2 and asked if the firefighters could help her because she fell in a ditch outside the station. VFD personnel offered to call her parents to make arrangements to get her home to change, but she insisted that she would be fine and needed to go to school. Firefighter Schulte found out her name was Jada and she was in the 5th grade. Before leaving, Jada hugged each firefighter, and after she left, Firefighter Schulte asked if the convenience store next door sold clothing items and if he could purchase some for her to wear to school. Firefighter Schulte proved his commitment to serving the public by helping a citizen in need. Metro 17 congratulates Firefighter Schulte for being named the August 2018 Employee of the Month. Local first responders, including the Valdosta Fire and Police Departments, participated in National Night Out on the front lawn of Valdosta State University. National Night Out is an annual community building campaign that promotes police community partnerships and neighborhood camaraderie to make our neighborhoods safer. We thank everyone that came out and participated in the event. Now let's take a look at what's taking place in the city in the coming weeks. August 14th, Central Valdosta Development Authority Board Meeting, 5 p.m. at the City Hall Annex Multipurpose Room. August 15th, Hospital Authority of Valdosta and Lowndes County meeting, 8 a.m. in the SGMC Executive Boardroom. August 15th, Valdosta Lowndes County Parks and Recreation Authority meeting, 4:30 at 1901 North Forest Street. August 16th, Public Art Advisory Committee meeting, 11:30 at the Turner Center for the Arts. August 20th, Valdosta Housing Authority meeting, 12 p.m. at 610 East Ann Street. August 20th, Keep Lowndes Valdosta Beautiful Board meeting, 5:30 at the City Hall Annex Engineering Conference Room. August 21st, Valdosta Lowndes County Development Authority meeting, 5:30 at 103 Roosevelt Drive. August 23rd, Valdosta City Council meeting, 5:30 in Council Chambers. August 27th, Greater Lowndes Planning Commission meeting, 5:30 at 325 West Savannah Avenue. August 28th, Valdosta Lowndes County Conference Center and Tourism Authority meeting, 8 a.m. at the Conference Center. To stay informed of what's happening in the city, sign up for the weekly e-news blast at valdostacity.com/public-information With the beginning of the school year here and students of Valdosta State University returning to town, we ask residents to drive carefully around the city and in school zones. There will be more pedestrians, so please obey traffic laws. This concludes another edition of City Focus. Be sure to visit our website, valdostacity.com. Like us on Facebook, Valdosta City Without Limits. Also like the Valdosta Youth Council page. Follow us on Twitter at City of Valdosta. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, Metro 17 Valdosta, to watch City Focus on demand. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time here on City Focus.